never know when the property that you've just listed is actually going to sell. So what are you doing with your client communications to make sure that your vendor is ready for when that offer happens? You see, in the new world that we operate in, we press a button and a car turns up. We press another button and dinner turns up. And literally what I'm thinking about is that today's consumer, if they could press a button and not have to deal with a real estate agent and actually just move from this location to the next one without any of the other stuff that happens in between, they would. So your job as an agent is to really make it easy for the client. And what I'm saying to you is that in today's consumer cycle, there are some buyers that are pretty astute about the market and they might make an offer really early. And it's not because they're worried about the length of the campaign, it's because they've actually had a job relocation, maybe they sold on the weekend, maybe they want to buy in this particular pocket because it's close to a particular school, and they don't want to wait the whole 4 weeks for an auction campaign. And when they see what they want to buy, they just go in and they want to make an offer. Now, is your owner actually going to be ready? And this is about really improving that level of client communication. So what I say with my vendors is really simple. Guys, I just want to ask you a really simple question. In the way that I go to work with you, I never want you to worry about what's happening on the inside of your campaign. And so what I like to do as a great agent is maybe just to speak with you minute, maybe 2 minutes each day about where we're at and what's going on. Would that be okay? And would something early in the morning be okay? Or maybe after school drop off, what really works for you? And that way you've actually got really clear timelines on when you can be talking to your owners. Now, what are the types of conversations you're going to be having? Well, given how quickly a market actually changes in its dynamics, you want to be talking about new properties that have been listed since they listed and properties that have actually been sold since they listed. And the reason why that's such an important thing to talk about new to market and recent sales is that they continually change. And those new sales that have actually just happened might actually impact on what their sale price expectations are. The new competition that's coming to market might also impact on what's looking attractive to buyers inside of that marketplace today. So as an agent, you're constantly talking about that, combined with buyers that maybe have walked through their home but made a decision to go and buy another because their home actually made that property look like it was much better value. Now, what we're always doing is talking about the inquiries and the inspections and the second appointments, people that are taking copies of contracts and people that are making offers. And I think it's really important as an agent to understand that no offers, no decision. If you can get really clear about helping to get some offers, if you can start to get some decisions on the plate, then that's actually going to really help your owner to realize that you're actually doing exactly what you need to do. I just have a little basic rule that by day 14, I love every single one of my owners to have received an offer. And that way, if they've received an offer, they've got a decision to make, but they know that the marketing's working. And it's really important that as an agent that you're doing that because you want to be constantly checking in with the client. Another tip here, and particularly around auction campaigns, is to make sure that you're having that nice, open, fluid conversation from pretty much day one inside of the campaign. Guys, I need to let you know that if we're having the auction today, we'd be suggesting a reserve of X based on the buyer feedback if we actually wanted to be sold. And that way you keep on having that conversation about where things are at and it allows fluid movement around that expectation as markets change, dynamics change, and you as an agent really keep that sales process on track. So as an agent, think about your client communications. What do I actually want this person to know, feel, and do? And what are the appropriate mediums to really communicate with them so they can say, you know what, that's exactly what we should do. And in your communication, there's a difference between helping people to understand what is being said and then saying it in a way that they can actually accept it. And it's learning how to deliver that information in a way that it's impactful and that it's powerful. I really hope you've enjoyed this week's coaching tip, and I look forward to seeing you next week.